Hey guys, welcome back to the Chicago White Sox franchise. Last episode we had one of the worst months you'll ever see. We won 4 games in total, so we're going into the month of June with a 15-45 record. It is going great in 2025 for the Chicago White Sox, but on a positive note, our young guys are growing, and that's all you can really ask for. And you know, this might be a blessing in disguise. We can get a better draft pick. Hopefully, at least. You never know. We might get screwed by that lottery, but still. There we are in last place by 23.5 with the worst team in the American League. Even worse than the A's. We're 18. 18.5 out of the wild card. But that's never an option. Good news is we got something exciting to look forward to. We are going to call up Drew Thorpe, 24 years old. He's been killing it in AAA the last 2 years. He had a sub-3 ERA all of last year. He had a sub-3 ERA at the time where we called him up. I showed his stats at the end of the last episode if you missed that. But he's been putting the work in. He deserves to be on the major league team. And our corresponding move was to waive Domingo Germán. He actually would get claimed by the Boston Red Sox. So Domingo Germán's off the team, and he's on the Boston Red Sox. And Drew Thorpe is set to make his major league debut at home against the Detroit Tigers. So we seem to have just a couple games. Now we got 17 wins. So this month already is off to a better start than last month was. As you see there, making his major league debut. Accidentally skipped it, but it's fine as Drew Thorpe on the mound against the Tigers, making his debut. Can't be worse than what our pitching has been. His first batter, he faces Colt Keith, and he gets him swinging on a nice slider. So the first batter he faces, and Drew Thorpe gets his first major league strikeout. Good to see. Later on in the first, it's 2 out for Harold Ramirez, and he goes down swinging on a nice slider as well. So a great first inning in the book. 1-2-3, 2 Ks for Drew Thorpe. We're going up against a former friend, Michael Kopech. We know him well. We traded him to the Orioles last year, part of the Heston Kjerstad trade. And I guess the Orioles didn't want to give him arbitration, or they traded him because he's on the Tigers now. So, and he's not having a good year in Detroit. He was having a great year with us, if you remember. Sub-3 ERA and the 2 6s. He was doing great. Anyway, leadoff base hit from Vaughn Grissom. 3-2 count on Eloy Jimenez. Grissom goes, and this one's hit fair down the third base line because the runner was going. He's gonna round third and score, and it's 1-0 White Sox in the first. RBI double for Eloy Jimenez. So Drew Thorpe has the lead to work with in his first game. We wouldn't score in that first inning after that. It's 1-0, but going ahead to the second, and Drew Thorpe gets a K. We're going to move along a lot here. Bottom of the second, it's Heston Kjerstad. He's been a great hitter this year, and he's going to stay hot, taking that hanging curveball deep to right field, and this one is gone into the bullpen. A solo home run for Heston Kjerstad. He really has been doing good this year. His 9th home run of the season. He's batting, I think, 270 it was at that point. We're going in the third. That one's ripped from Parker Meadows, but Kjerstad's going to track that one down in the gap. And so 3 perfect innings, 9 up, 9 down for Drew Thorpe to start his major league career. As you see there, went through the order first time around flawlessly. In the fourth, it's 2 out, nobody on. Harold Ramirez again, he strikes out looking. That definitely was in the zone. So 4 perfect innings for Drew Thorpe. His major league debut could literally not be going any better right now, as he works 4 perfect innings. In the fifth, it's Jake Rogers. He goes down swinging. That slider was on today for Drew Thorpe. He had everything working. That's his 5th K in the fifth. A couple batters later, Matt Verling, he's going to pop up to first base. Gavin Sheets is right there. So 5 perfect innings to start his major league career from Drew Thorpe. A very, very impressive outing in his major league debut. Everyone who's come to the plate has been retired. In the sixth, there's 1 out. Next up is Justin Henry Malloy, and there goes the perfect game. No hitter, all of that. That one's ripped into the gap, goes all the way to the wall. It's a 1-out double for Justin Henry Malloy. And now Drew Thorpe trying to work out of his first jam in his major league career. Parker Meadows up next. He goes down swinging way early on that changeup. So Drew Thorpe just a pitch away from getting out of this 3-2 count, and he gets Colt Keith to hit one deep to center field. Dominic Fletcher going back, and he makes the play on the warning track. And that would be it for Drew Thorpe. 6 innings, only 1 hit. I think he had 6 Ks, and he was just brilliant. That was really no other highlights in this game. We're going to the 9th. Joe Barlow's looking for the save, and there's Justin Henry Malloy again. Only guy doing anything for the Tigers in this game is that one's down the right field line. That's a leadoff double in the 9th. So Joe Barlow has to bear down here. Make sure we get out of here with the win and get this save. Harold Ramirez up next. 1-2 count on him. He's going to ground it Colson Montgomery, and that's keeping the runner at second. So even though that run doesn't really matter, but one away. Colt Keith up next. He goes down swinging. Fastball low in the zone. 2 away. Next up is Zach McKinstry, and he's going to go down swinging as well. So Joe Barlow closes the door, gets another save. He's been the one reliable piece on this whole team all year. He really is good in that bullpen. The bullpen in general has been pretty good, but Joe Barlow continues to shine. In that closer role, we pick up a win. So we're doing good this month. We're going to jump ahead a little bit. We're playing the Tampa Bay Rays, as they are struggling this year. Surprisingly, they never had a year where they struggled in any of my franchises last year. And I think they made the World Series and lost to the Diamondbacks in this save as well. So it's weird to see them struggling a bit. Anyway, our first highlight is going to be in the top of the second against Zach Littell, and that's J.D. Davis hitting one deep to right center field. Going back to the right fielder, he's still back. He lunges, but he can't make the play, and it takes an awkward bounce. He couldn't find it, and it's going to be a very ultra rare triple for J.D. Davis. You probably won't see that again in the franchise. I highly doubt it, and somehow it's his second triple of the year. But it's a triple for J.D. Davis. Heston Kjerstad up next, and he's going to come through with the fly ball to pretty deep right field. Should be plenty deep enough to score the run, and it is. J.D. Davis is going to score. It's 1-0 White Sox in the top of the second. On the mound for us would be Jake Woodford, by the way. I just forgot to show it. It just was an oversight on my part. Apologize. But it's Jake Woodford, and he's not pitching good this year. Anyway, in the third, 2 out, nobody on, but it's Eloy Jimenez drawing a 2-out walk. Next up is Gavin Sheets, 3-1 count on him. He rips one under the glove of the first baseman, can't make the play. Eloy Jimenez goes first to third, and in the third now we got a rally going. First and third, 2 out. In the top of the third for the next batter would be J.D. Davis, already tripled earlier. Can he come through with a big hit here? And he can. Base hit up the middle. J.D. Davis, one of our better hitters on the team, comes through, and it's 2-0 White Sox in the third. Now, I said Jake Woodford was on the mound, and finally we get some Rays highlights in the fourth. Dominic Smith, he's going to hit one to second base. Grissom dives, goes off his glove, and can't make the play, so it's a 1-out single for Dominic Smith. Weird to see him in a Rays uniform. Josh Lowe up next, and he swings and misses, but is that Dominic Smith stealing a base? It sure is. Somehow beats the throw. Max Stassi must have no arm, and it's Josh Lowe ripping one into right field. One hops off the wall. Dominic Smith scores from second, and it's 2-1. Next up, no relation, is Brandon Lowe, or is it Lau? One of them's called Lau. I forgot what it is. Whatever it is, rips that one deep to right center field. Is this one gone? It is off the very top of the wall, out in center. Or another run scores. This game's tied, and it's an RBI double from Brandon Lau. I think it's Brandon Lau and Josh Lowe. Correct me if I'm wrong. O'Neal Cruz is on Tampa Bay in this one. Well, he rips one down the right field line. It's another double for the Rays in the inning. An RBI double, 3-2. Rays take the lead in the fourth as they're continuing to mash the ball. We're going to the fifth. The Rays got a runner on third, 1 out. It's Randy Arozarena placing one over the glove of J.D. Davis, and it's 4-2 Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay bats started to get hot. Still in the fifth, it's Dominic Smith again, and this time he crushes one to deep center field. Fletcher looks up. This one is gone. A home run to dead center from Dominic Smith. So he's having himself a nice little game here. And Dominic Smith hits his 6th home run of the season. And this one's now 6-2 Tampa Bay in this one. In the 7th, trying to trip away, get some runs. Colson Montgomery, it's a base hit. So we got first and second. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. Big boy's coming up. Eloy Jimenez, what can he do? He hits one down the right field line and fair, and it's going all the way to the wall. 1 run's going to score. Colson Montgomery's on his way to third. It's an RBI double for Eloy Jimenez. 6-3, and we got second and third. Nobody out here in the 7th for Gavin Sheets. Gavin Sheets, a tying run, hits one deep to left field, going back to the left fielder, and it's caught, but it's deep enough to score a run. It's a sac fly RBI for Gavin Sheets. 6-4, only a 2-run game now. We're not done yet, is what I meant to say. This one's blooped in the center. That's a base hit. Eloy Jimenez rounds third with 2 out. Tries to score. The throw from Jose Siri is right on the money. And that inning is over. What a throw from Jose Siri. In the bottom half of the 8th, it's O'Neal Cruz again killing us. That one's smashed out to right. It's a 2-run shot. It's 8-4. And Tampa Bay is starting to pull away with this one now after a home run from O'Neal Cruz. And we would quick sim the rest of that inning. They ended up getting 4 more runs. It's 12-4, and that's how this one would end. The close game for most of the game, but then the Rays ended up pulling away and blowing us out as they take the win in this one. We lose yet again. We're going to jump ahead to the last game of the episode, and then we'll go over stats and our young guys, see how everyone's doing as we're in Toronto to play the Blue Jays. We're going up against ace Kevin Gausman, who's having a great year, 2.51 ERA for Kevin Gausman. So he's having another fantastic year, about what you'd expect. For us, we got Jairo Iriarte, who's honestly borderline on the verge of being sent down. I just don't want him to keep struggling. I want him to make sure he's like growing, so I don't know what to do with him, but he's not having a good season. It's going to continue in this game, at least early on. Bottom of the second, it's George Springer with a runner on second. He hits a base hit in the right field, 1-0. Toronto still in the second. They'd have bases loaded for Kiner Falefa. He lines one, but a nice play by J.D. Davis saves a couple runs there. And it's just 1-0. In the fourth, it's George Springer again. It's one deep to left. This one's way out of here. Solo shot for George Springer. It's his second RBI of the game. And it's 2-0 Toronto in the bottom of the fourth. 11th home run, 105 miles an hour off the bat there. So George Springer goes deep, 2-0 Toronto. A runner on first, 1 out in the fourth. It's Rafael Lantigua, and he hits one off the wall. Runner goes from first to third, so the Blue Jays have second and third, 1 out here in the fourth. More trouble for Jairo Iriarte. It's Isaiah Kiner Falefa again. This time, Kiner Falefa is going to hit one in the right. Eloy Jimenez actually playing the field today to give a couple guys a little bit of a rest. And, well, he doesn't have the best of arms, so that's an easy sac fly RBI for Kiner Falefa. 3-0. Next up, Alejandro Kirk. He's going to split the outfielders and find the gap to the right center field wall. It's 4-0 Toronto in the bottom of the fourth after a nice RBI double from Alejandro Kirk. See if we can score some runs. In the top of the fifth, it's Heston Kjerstad, and that's an absolute bomb out to right field on the second deck of whatever that is, that new thing is out and right. Absolute missile from Kjerstad. He continues having his nice little season. That's his 10th home run before July, so I think he's on pace for a 20-plus home run season, which would be really, really nice to see. That one was crushed. Oscar Colas. But that would be 4-1. And I guess there was nothing else going on this game. I totally forgot about that. Literally nothing. No highlight I could have shown. So that was it. It would end 4-1. We lose again. Jairo Iriarte didn't have the worst of games, but yet again, just didn't have a great start. We got to figure out what to do. Some bad news. Max Stassi, who's in the last year of his contract anyway, he's going to be out. Fractured wrist after the game, 2 to 3 months. And he's going on the 60-day DL. His season will be over, and his career with the White Sox is over as well. Like I said, he's free agent at the end of the year. Don't want him back. He's gone. We needed to make a move because the only catcher in our system is Ethan Salas, and I don't want to call him up just yet. So we're actually going to trade for Joey Bart from San Francisco. If you look, he's not even on the MLB team right now, and he is the 5th catcher on the depth chart for the Giants, and he's not in the majors, so I think this trade makes sense. We're going to trade them Kai Busch. Not bad, left-handed pitcher, 25 years old, 69 overall seat potential. He's not having the best of seasons in AAA, so we're going to get rid of him. Lefty pitcher Kai Busch goes to San Francisco, and we're going to get back a former second overall pick, I believe. Joey Bart This guy had a lot of hope, a lot of potential, but he's going to get good service time. He has decent enough stats to start with us for now, and he's only 28, so I think it's a good replacement for Max Stassi. And it's a realistic offer as well. Obviously, you saw the Giants have absolutely no need for Joey Bart. I don't think he's not even on the Giants in real life anymore. I forgot where he went. He's definitely not. I forgot where he went. Pirates, maybe? No, I don't remember. But I know he's off the team in real life anyway. So I think this is a good trade to make. Fills our catcher need, and Ethan Salas is not coming up just yet. He needs to grow. We'll show his stats in a second. But here we are at the end of the month. We obviously won more than 4 games. We're at 25 wins now, so we won about 10 that month. Much better. We're still last in the American League, but now only by 2 games with the A's. Again, I'm not tanking. I'm really not tanking per se because I want my guys to grow. But hey, I'm not going to be mad about getting a better pick because we're a couple years away at least. And if we can keep hitting on their first round picks, we'll be all right. Here's how everyone's doing. Vaughn Grissom's batting .267, which is not bad. 6 homers, 25 RBIs. So not awful. .238 for Colson Montgomery. It's an improvement. 9 home runs. The pop is getting there slowly but surely. Eloy Jimenez only 12 homers. He's only batting .217. Real big letdown season for him after the season he had last year. Gavin Sheets, same thing with him. 10 homers, but he's only batting .236. Was expecting a little more. He had a great season last year. This year, not so much. JD Davis, he's been pretty good. .258. His average dropped a lot. But I'm not going to complain with JD Davis. You know, he's given us a decent stat line. Heston Kjerstad, definitely improving, .254. So that average is fluctuating like a lot. But 10 homers, 27 RBIs so far. He's grown to a 72 as well. Oscar Colas growing a little bit. 7 homers, batting .231. Dominic Fletcher, not bad, .254, 9 homers. And Joey Bart, who just joined the team, only had 7 at-bats, and he hasn't done much. But obviously he can go off 7 at-bats. So the team in general, the hitting lineup, you know, no one's doing great. No one's doing awful, but no one's doing great. So it's just a bad, you know, it's a bad team. What do you expect? Garrett Crochet, I don't know what to do with him. Maybe we're just going to have to trade him. 5 ERA is ridiculous. Michael Lorenzen, I signed him so I could trade him at the deadline. I don't think anyone wants that. Look at Drew Thorpe in his first 5 starts. He's 4-1 with a 1.27 ERA. He's balling right now, and he's the only bright spot of this team. So hopefully Drew Thorpe can continue to ride this hot hand, grow a little bit, and he'll definitely be on the opening day roster next year. Jake Woodford is awful. I mean, the whole pitching staff in the 5s, besides Lorenzen, who's just barely not in the 5s, and Drew Thorpe, who's off to a good start. Eric Fetty, obviously we can't call him dead, making $7.5 million, but he's bad. Debbie Garcia's whatever. Dwayne Underwood Jr. is doing pretty good, only 14 innings pitched though. CNL Perez was doing good, and then he got banged up last time he pitched. Steven Wilson finally gave up an earned run. Remember, he had like 27 innings or something without giving up an earned run, but he's done it. Ian Jabot has been very solid since we picked him up. Lucas Sims could be better, but I still like him. And we know Joe Barlow, the only really reliable option at the closer position for us. He's not doing bad. 17 saves, only 2 blown saves. So not bad, pretty good for him at least. Considering, you know, we've only won like 25 games. He has 17 saves. Pretty good. Roger Magana, our first overall pick last year. Let's go into our prospects. He continues to pitch great in AA. He's got a sub-3 ERA. I'm debating on moving him up to AAA or just continuing to keep him in AA so he versus worse hitters and continues to grow. And then next year go straight to AAA. I don't know. Noah Schultz is in AAA. He's growing slowly but surely. Grew a lot faster last year. A little bit slower this year, but he's still pitching good in AAA. Only 21s, and he's 6'9". That's crazy. Grant Taylor is growing. He's almost at the 70 mark. 22 years old, sub-4 ERA in AAA in 16 games. So keep an eye out on him. He's one of those guys where he might not be the most high in like terms of potential, but you know he could fill out the major league pitching rotation, and he's been doing good so far. The Chicago kid Harper Goodwin is doing pretty solid, 3.66 ERA. Ryan Savage has grown to a 61. If you forgot, he was 59 when we started this, and he's 2.58 ERA. He's looking pretty good. There is our top prospect, Ethan Salas. 62 games. He's batting .273, so not bad, but not good slugging percentage. Let me tell you, OPS at 699. You know, I want him to be a little bit better of a hitter, and he will be at only 18. He's got so much time. That's why I did not want to call him up anytime soon. Not right now. We'll just trade for Joey Bart. Edgar Quero, I haven't shown him in a bit, but he's been good. 8 homers, 272 in AA. He's a guy that we might have to trade because there's no room for him up the ladder at catcher. He can't play any other positions, so keep an eye out on him. Kerry Starks, I haven't shown him much because he's a 58 overall, but he is batting .307 in AA, so that was one of the guys we drafted last year. Not bad. Dylan Head, one of the guys we got from the Luis Robert trade. Obviously, we got him in. What else we get? Who the hell? I don't know. Dylan Head. Anyway, he's doing solid. 255, 56 home runs. Sammy Zavala, we showed he was hurt again, so he's still hurt. No change with him. 67 overall, though, continues to grow. So that is the end of this episode. Well, Ethan Salas is who we got from the Padres. Why did I have a brain fart on that one? Anyway, so sorry about the shady commentary today. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, it's going to be action-packed, so you guys don't want to miss it. We'll have the draft. We're going to have, well, if anyone makes the All-Star team, we'll show it. I don't think anyone is even going to come close. But next episode, we have the draft, and we have the trade deadline. So a couple different things we could do at the trade deadline. I think I don't know if we can make some moves. Maybe Lorenzen we can let go for just somebody, just to get something back for him, like a potential bullpen arm or something. Eloy Jimenez, do we trade him? He's not having good years. Trade value's not great. Garrett Crochet, same thing with him. Do we trade him? His trade value's not great as well. We got plenty of questions to hopefully answer on this. Maybe we just don't make a move and wait till the offseason. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next.
Got me typoed if you're thinking me glucose. Winning and it ain't too close. I be flying